Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We'd like to welcome in our new stations in Brownsville, 95.3 WTBG FM, and also in Jackson, Tennessee, News Talk 101.5.
Didn't he do good, Ron?
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I'm
Like that?
impressed.
Hey, we need to get
Record that.
Let's get the boss in here for
Yes,
John
sir.
Gordon. Lee,
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Good job.
he talks just like he talks.
I
just
can
like
read
that.
anyway, so
Yeah.
without stumbling around. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he talks just like Alan Hughes. Did he not sound like Alan
Does
Hughes?
that sound like Alan Hughes there?
Yeah, a little
Well, I've been around him a long time. So.
bit. Yeah, you have. Hey, we're having fun this Saturday morning, and welcome again all you new listeners in Brownsville, Tennessee, and Jackson, Tennessee, to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And a longtime friend coming up next. Knew him from fishing and hunting and everything like that, and now he's in the best part of God's country you can be in, Northwest Arkansas, following a legend. Now, you know, it's tough to follow a legend. Joe Murphy.
Well,
Joe Murphy was a legend.
And, this guy can do a lot of things. He can hunt.
Yes.
He can fish.
Yeah.
And he has raised some wonderful, wonderful kids.
He likes baseball, too. He likes baseball. He likes baseball.
And there's something about Boomer Sooner or
we won't get into
something
that.
like that.
He probably knew our first guest, Gene Gilliland from BASS, from his years there, Gene. But Lawrence Taylor, he is the Director of Public Relations for our good friends at Daisy, Gamo, and Knapp, based out of Rogers, Arkansas. And first of all, good morning to LT.
Good morning.
Are you there, LT? Well, I tell you what, it's
We've
Radio
lost
Land.
him.
Yeah, we've lost him. We've lost somebody before on this show, and
I've been lost before.
Ron's been lost.
we lost
I've
Ron
been
one
lost.
time.
A lot of
I got you back.
times.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, we got him back now. Well, we thought that we said something that about.
I think
the,
he might have fell
well,
asleep.
No.
You were embarrassing me, yes.
Yeah, I was. But good, Lawrence Taylor from Daisy and Gemo and Knapp. And I know there's big events coming up there. And, of course, everybody I was where was I at the other day? And I was at the Mennonite Bakery. Get this, Mennonite Bakery in Whiteville, Tennessee. And I'm walking out the door, and over the door, this guy has put a Daisy Red Ryder BB gun on a piece of wood and carved around it the dates and everything, and there it is, sits up there. And the guy's name is
that's
Duck.
a wonderful place.
And he left it there for his grandson. And so when everybody and Lawrence, this is really a wonderful place.
You got a picture?
Oh, I was. Yes, I did, and I did take a picture.
Well,
yeah.
send it on LT here.
I'm gonna
I'd
send
like
it to
to
Lawrence.
see that, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, talk about what's going on, because you guys are getting ready to have a pretty big event up there.
Oh, actually, we've got the Squirrel Masters Classic. Believe it or not, we have the Squirrel Masters Classic, not to be confused with the Bassmaster Classic, but it is out in Alabama, and we have several teams of people. Michael Waddell and the Bone Collector guys will be there.
Really? Yeah.
And Ralph and Vicky, the archers, will be there, and some folks from Airgun TV, and everybody gets together, and we pair off in teams. We have a little shooting competition, and then we have the real stars of the show, the Squirrel Dog guys, come in, and if you've never seen the Squirrel Dogs work a squirrel, work a patch of woods,
yes,
it is just a blast, and it's kind of like a dove hunt where it's a social event, and folks get out and have fun. We use the new Gamo Swarm Maxims that are the first break barrel 10-shot break barrels that come with a magazine. Instead of having to load each pellet individually into your barrel while you got your squirrel running away, you got 10 shots. So it is an incredibly fun event. Looking forward.
Well, when you have these kind of events, of course, you get a chance to feature some of your products, but at the same time, and we talking about Gammo there. And I was having a little trouble with a new gun that's out, and then I'm having trouble with Lawrence Taylor quite a few times here too. But I thought that was my heart beating here on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and it does occasionally when we lose a guest on the line. You listeners, I know it's never happened to any of y'all out there.
That's what happens in radio land,
That's true, it does.
It does, particularly with Lawrence. And we can say whatever we want to
Lawrence,
about him.
yeah.
Well, if anybody that lives in Alma, Arkansas,
Yes, I know where the Alma, Arkansas.
you know, Alma, Arkansas is not exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cell phone towers they have there.
Well, he's not at Alma right now. I mean, though he's
Well,
in
he might be.
Rogers. He might be in Alma.
You know.
I don't know, but we're going to get him back. Not yet. Greg Ratliff is working feverishly to relocate Lawrence Taylor. We want to make sure he did not fall off the couch.
We are back.
Wow, back.
Hey,
You're
wow.
back.
and we can
Stereo.
actually hear
Better
him
than
this
ever.
right
You
now.
are back. We were talking about the
and
Alma.
we can hear him.
Ron was talking about Alma, and of course I know their nicknames.
Oh, you did.
Alma what?
Testing.
Airedales.
That's correct. I believe that may be the only school in the nation with
That is
mascot of the
right.
Airedales.
And that comes. Can you believe that? That's been 50 years since I've been in Arkansas working at the Little Rock paper, and I can still remember high school nicknames. It
That's
blows
a
my
mind like a steel trap right there.
I can't remember yesterday on what I did here, but I can tell you who the Little Johns are and all those teams like that. So, but anyway, you're back, and we're back, and talking about the event down in Alabama that you guys are going on. But let's talk a little bit about what's going on at Gammo. Is this, and I'm going to try it again, the big bore air guns, right?
Right. There's going to be something new that hunters are going to be hearing about because it's going to be going through the states. The states to get approved for hunting is something that's really trending now. Is big bore air guns, 35 caliber and 45 caliber.
That's
air
big
guns.
bore. That's big bore. You know.
That is, and of course Gammo has a couple new big bore air guns coming out, and we make Winchester air guns, and got a couple of 35 and 45 Winchester air guns. These are they're PCP models. They're pneumatic. You charge the air tank before you go out, and then you can get anywhere from a dozen shots to 30 shots consistent. And it's a lot like I'd say shooting a crossbow or so. As far as distance, you shoot out to 80 yards with good confidence.
Yeah.
And right now, there's just a few states that allow it. They either allow it during the regular season or during a special weapons season.
And so this will have to be approved. And,
yes.
And what kind of critters are we going to be talking about here?
Well, you're talking about with the 45 caliber. You're talking about any kind of deer size.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I got you have those calibers in black powder.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's no difference right here.
And in fact, the guns can be fired with 45 caliber muzzleloader conicals or round balls or something that's a traditional pellet look.
Well, we don't think when we talk about Daisy. Now you've got this hookup with all these guys, and of course the Red Ryder and all the other ones. You told me one time. I don't know how many Red Riders or how many. Daisy's been in business since when?
Since 1887. We were that was when we were a steel windmill company, and a gentleman brought his design of a air gun to the company there, and showed it to everybody, and they said, "Boy, that's a Daisy." And they started giving it away when someone would buy a windmill, they'd get a free BB gun. Well, the BB guns were more popular than the windmills, so in a few years things shifted around.
And you need folks, if you're in Rogers, Arkansas, go to the museum, right?
That museum is incredible.
It's incredible, and I know Joe's still part of that, right?
If you can catch Joe there, he will talk your ear off and maybe even buy you lunch.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow. No, I mean
okay.
For the lunch part. But no, the museum is in Rogers, and Rogers is all part of that I'm amazed at Northwest Arkansas because when I went to school, I either turned right there in Alma and went up 71, or I took the pig trail, which was I never was sure if I was going to get through that little road going up there. And now, I guess you could be in Alma and be in Rogers in how long?
An hour.
An hour. That's amazing.
Right.
That's amazing. They always said that they couldn't play night games at Fayetteville because people would kill themselves on the way up there and back.
Right. That is absolutely
back in those
right.
days, because there was a lot of stills around, and I don't mean in the moon or anything like that people were using. Again, we're talking to Lawrence Taylor. He's a public relations director for our good friends at Daisy and Gamo and Knapp. And I know that with these things like that, Daisy itself, in the last 2 minutes, tell me, is there any way or is there anything out there to make it, the Daisy's going to be the same? I mean, I'm
Well, we'll always have the nostalgia, the same Red Ryder. That's the most popular BB gun in the world. That's what 85-90% of the outdoorsmen started shooting. They took their first shots with the Daisy. And but we are always going to be pushing the envelope ahead. This year we've got some really cool stuff. Expanded the Red Ryder line to have its own self-enclosed shooting gallery that you can hang a target in and shoot inside the house.
All right.
And stops the bullets, it stops the BB, and you can reuse them.
Oh, I could have used that when I was a kid.
That's right.
It used to bounce around the walls in my house.
You shot your eye out, didn't you, Larry?
No, it came back.
Oh,
it was just an in and out thing right there. But no, this is not really my eye right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The BB's on the other side. Oh my! But no, you said estimate numbers. How many BB guns are out there?
Well, we have made more than 50 million. And,
wow!
Looking at another 50 million easy. So
wow!
Wow!
Well, every Christmas you sell them because the Christmas Carol comes out, and that made the
Christmas story.
The Christmas story,
yeah.
Not the Christmas Carol. The Scrooge.
I sure am
glad.
glad.
Scrooge,
Scrooge
man,
didn't have one, did he?
I sure am glad John's in the studio today. Keep Larry on.
Somebody
straight.
Look, LT knows me. All right, he knows me that. Hey, buddy, they can go on the website where for information about the
Daisy.com, and if you want information on the Gamo new big bores or the 10-shot quick shot Swarm Magnum or Swarm Maxim, go to GamoUSA.com.
That's all it is. Okay, Lawrence, you can go back on the couch. If we lose,
I got to go clean up a baseball field this morning.
Oh, that's right. It is baseball time. That's
and
right.
I'm ready to go fishing with you again, buddy.
It's baseball
Me
season.
too, Ron.
Yeah, I saw that big rainbow you caught in the cold weather too. How big was
Yeah,
that?
that was something.
That was.
We caught 20 or 25 that morning, but froze our tails off.
I can tell
it
it was cold right there. All right,
Yep.
Lawrence. Thank you, buddy. All right.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, let's take a break. Come right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.